we've got no lights apparently.
Well, we will if you tell me what to go unplug.
You got night vision?
No, I turned off the air conditioner.
It keeps tripping.
It's tripping, all right.
I turned off the air conditioner.
Well, when I go to strike it open, it still just pops. So something isn't happy. We'll look at it during the song. But we got a show to do in the dark.
In the dark?
That's right.
Yeah.
Look, we're in the dark. That's what you're getting today. We're in the dark.
In the dark.
Here in the dark.
I mean, it's really easy to notice which one it is.
Huh?
It's the only one that's in the breaker. It's real easy to figure it out. So it's whatever's on that line. We'll figure it out.
Maybe if I turn the speaker off.
I never knew you could overload a 20 amp in such a small house, but I guess you can.
Oh, yeah. I can see that happening. We live in a small house also, and that's happened with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow my family had taken and rewired our house for my parents a long time ago.
Yeah.
They put like an additional room in the back, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they got up in the attic and rewired it. And when they rewired it, they wired it all to the same breaker, like almost
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like a quarter, like 3/4 of the house is going to one breaker.
We separated a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we separated a lot of stuff, but I think this side of the house
is all on one line.
Yeah, I think it's all on one line, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, because I think these 2 bedrooms and part of the living room are all on one circuit, I think.
Okay.
Because I've had it blow before.
Yeah, it blew nicely.
Like
it really blew itself.
It blows, man.
Like
exactly. Now we're in the dark.
It's got our DTE going, you're using too much power. Stop it.
Oh, they should love it. They're getting paid more money.
That they are.
Raise their damn rates and all that bullshit. Anyways, forget that.
Make sure that you get you on the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, so
we're in the back row.
Yeah, so we got Jester here and of course Ted.
Yeah, are we still doing the he and Ted show?
Oh yeah, the him and Ted show. Yeah, I like that. I like that title. The Him and Ted show. I think that sounds great.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I don't know how we came up with that, but
yeah, I don't know. Like Ted and him, and next thing you know, it's the Ted and him show.
Yeah. I think we were starting the show or whatever, and I just wasn't in a good mood. I'm like, it's the Him and Ted. Yeah. Like nobody cares who I am. It's Ted.
I should be kind to our guests so they can see him. You know,
oh,
there we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Are you feeling happy now?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'll just
happy as we can.
I'll hide behind Planky.
As happy as we can be in this crazy world we live in.
Yeah.
And there we go. See, I'll just hang out back here. Like
this. We don't want to lose you though.
They're used to only seeing like the filter, anyways.
Oh, yeah. Jeff from Ray Street Park didn't recognize him, and then he went like this. He goes, "Oh, Ted."
That's 100%.
Yeah. And speaking of,
it's a true story. It really was.
Speaking of Ray Street Park, Saturday we have the benefit for Julie, because Julie's got cancer now. So we're doing.
How the hell are you going to do something this weekend? Because I mean, there's like 8 things going on the same day.
I know. It's crazy, but
I mean, you're going to get pounded by the Pound Town Profits.
Well, that's
You've
at
got
the token.
benefit.
That's at the
for
token.
Julie with Ray Street Park.
Yeah, Ray Street Park and Whole Shot.
So you're on tour this weekend.
That's what it sounds like.
You're on a 1-day tour.
1-day tour. I don't know if I can. See,
and there's something else that was going on too that I thought I can't remember what it was.
That's the problem I have every weekend is I need to be in 7 places at the same time.
Well, it's your fault for working at the bar.
I can't do it.
Spreading yourself too thin.
I can't do it, you know.
Thin man.
Priorities.
You know.
And then, what they are.
And then it happens with the damn kids, you know. The damn kids are like, "Hey, uncle, you want to do this? Hey, uncle, you want?" And I'm like, "There's like 10 of you and 1 of me."
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. Somebody's going to be mad.
Resource now.
You got to do a group event.
Oh, you can't get these kids all in the same place. You know?
Whose fault's that? He's got a huge backyard.
Well, we are doing a group event tomorrow at Comerica.
Comerica that's right.
Park, the Tigers. We got tickets through a buddy at the old job, And
Is he going to make it? Because there was talk of him not making it.
I don't know if Jesse's making it. I know Olin said he's not making it, and he bought tickets. So
some bitch.
He's pissed.
That's what happens when you go work in Louisiana.
Yeah, how the hell is Olin doing?
He's doing good. He's just
in Louisiana.
He's in Louisiana.
No, he's in Michigan, but he's running Louisiana.
What do you mean he's running Louisiana?
They've got a big project down in Louisiana that kicked off.
What he's not telling you is the company he used to work for said, fuck Michigan. We're going to work in every state but Michigan.
Oh,
yeah.
And guess what? You guys can go down to Louisiana in the middle of the summer.
Oh, nice.
When it's 110 and 400% humidity in the marsh without the alligators and snakes.
And you're leaving out the best part. Work 12 to 13-hour days every day for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
At a time.
Where people fake their medical problems too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
To get out of working.
Well,
oof.
Allegedly, we can't. That's alleged.
We didn't mention the company, so we don't know what it is.
Man.
So yeah, we got tickets, and so my nephew wanted to go, his sister wanted to go, his half sister wanted to go.
Jesus,
so I got
that's a lot of family.
I got like 8 kids going with me, tomorrow. So
that's way too much time and family for me. Sitting down for 3 hours watching a game that takes 3 hours to play, if you're lucky.
Oh, hey, lucky.
At least I get to hang out with the kids. That's
I know you like the kids.
That's
I'm
what
just
I'm
giving you
forward
a hell
to.
on that.
It's at least 3 of the kids that I like.
I just can't sit for 3 hours straight.
And if they're listening, they know which ones they are.
And if they're all listening, they all know who they are.
Kristen was so mad because she wasn't going, and then Tiny couldn't go because he's got a cut on his knee or something, and doctor said don't do a lot of walking, let it heal.
Oh shoot!
So he's like, I can't go. I go, well, great. You just made Kristen's day because Kristen can go now. And he's like, oh, good. So she'll be happy. I go, allegedly. She's a girl and she's 32. So
she's going to be hanging a whole bunch of like 10 and under people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 12 and under, right?
Who?
Oh, all the people that you're taking. All the kids that are going.
No, they're adults.
They're all adults now?
Yeah, they're just kids to me because I helped raise them.
Oh, well, it's party time then.
No, Kristen is 32.
All right.
Maya is, I got this wrong the other day. Maya's 27.
No way.
Yeah, and
they were like 19 when we started working on your house.
Yes.
No, that's what's crazy.
That's correct.
It's like I was on the old Facebook last week, and speaking of some old past, Red Snow, my band in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
The guitar player in that group. I met his whole family while I was out there, obviously, and one of his daughters was just a little girl singing, barely being able to sing one of our songs way back then. And I seen on Facebook, there she is graduating high school. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That moment of reality when it sets in is just like, shit.
It's like, oh man, time has flown by.
Yeah, I only got 25 summers left if I'm lucky.
Well, oh damn, we lost a camera too. Fuck. Yeah. When Tiny's daughter had a kid, that I was like, damn, now I really feel old. Because I'm like, I remember taking care of Cyan when she was a baby.
All right, so he didn't feel old when he had like the first round of cousins, and then the second round of cousins, and the third round of cousins.
I don't have another round of cousins.
And now I'm old, and I got a 3-year-old. I don't know how that happens.
How's that?
I mean, how your uncle to how many people in?
Yeah, they're not my cousins. They're my nieces.
Well,
and nephews.
nieces and nephews. Sorry.
They have cousins, not me.
You've got nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews.
Yeah, Jalen.
That's what I meant.
That left his damn hat.
I mean, he's got like 4 tiers below now.
Jalen.
So he's talking old about like his friend's kid.
Yeah, Jalen will come here and he'll pick up the guitar, and he thinks he's playing it, but he has it upside down. And
Is he
he's playing-
left-handed?
No. Hand me the guitar. I'll show you how he.
Which one do you want?
It doesn't matter. Give me the Underland one. There you go.
The acoustic.
Like a normal
getting
person's
Jimi
supposed to
Hendrix
hold
on.
it like this, right? No, Jalen has it. I don't even know if I can do it. He has it like this, and he's like trying to play it, and I'm like, Jalen, you've got it upside down. He's like, no, I'm doing it right. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, I know a lot of guitar players. That's not how you don't play it like this. Like,
Was that how what's his name plays stuff?
Probably Machine Gun
Yeah.
Idiot plays it like that or something.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Crazy.
tangled up in stuff now. I'm not a guitar player, by the way. I just have them on the wall for looks.
Yeah. Is it even tuned?
No, it's not. Last time I attempted to tune it and play it, but
might not be.
I mean, it was close-ish.
Sounds better when he picks it up.
Of course it does. He's the musician. You're just the help.
It's a little out of tune.
That's why I took the drums out of
It's
here.
in tune-ish. It's a suggestive tuning.
Yeah. No, that was
Probably has been played in a year.
yeah. That was the Underland. Underland gave us that guitar when we were at Tap Detroit. They donated it to us because they're like, yeah, you have all these guests in here, and they go, oh, we can't play. We didn't come prepared for acoustic. So they gave
Now there's
us
no excuse.
they gave us that. They're like, no excuses.
Now you just need to bring a tuner in here. You
Yeah.
have a tuner waiting for him then.
Yeah, somebody that knows how to tune a guitar, not me.
It's easy.
Oh, they're electric now. You can just pop it on the neck
Hey, you
or
don't
on the
have to
headstock,
try.
I should say, and just if I knew, I'd have brought mine with me. I'd have showed you.
Yeah, with the light screen, it's good.
There you go. That's,
If it's red, you're fucked.
That's right.
The other guitar was a gift from Chris, formerly of Underland, now Pound Town Prophet. That was a gift for my 50th birthday.
This one here, everybody.
Yeah.
Looking on the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a gift from Chris.
It's in a dark
And I like it because of the wood finish in that. That's like, if I could play a guitar, I'd probably play that, but I'm left-handed too. So
He keeps coming up with these excuses like he's left-handed.
You know,
well, that's why I picked up the drums, because it didn't matter.
you know what? Yeah, my son's left-handed. And the reason we found out he was left-handed was because he started playing stringed instruments. And I said, wait a minute. He's holding that little ukulele, because he calls his ukulele a guitar. He goes, he's playing it upside down. I said, he's left-handed. Look at that.
And he
that-
didn't have a problem playing it.
No,
Did
he didn't.
he? See,
no.
Planky, there's hope after all.
Yeah, you can play. Look at Jimi Hendrix is left-handed.
Yeah, but
Come on now.
you're talking about one of the greatest guitar players
He
ever.
didn't start
and
the
me.
greatest guitar player.
That's
he had to
right.
practice. He went beyond cowbells.
It
No.
can happen.
No, I like to hit stuff.
Well, yeah, drummers are another breed.
Yeah.
It's anger management.
Yeah. There's two of them in the other room, the electronic and the acoustic kit.
Have you been playing?
I've been playing the electronic.
Yes,
I
who does?
really like
I've
the
heard 'em.
electronic, yeah. Because
We've had many discussion on it.
yeah, because I can just put the headphones on, I can play, I don't disturb the neighbors.
He even has a
Wait.
few tracks he recorded on
Which,
it.
Oh, hey.
which the neighbors like, that they don't have to hear me, you know,
He probably won't play one for you.
'cause
but
it's bad.
He has them, a couple of them on there.
no, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
The electronic drum kit. By the way, we had an agenda. This was not it.
We're liking this agenda. Diving into Planky's life.
Well, no, he's like, we're gonna come up with an agenda. We're gonna stick to the agenda.
It never happens.
I'm like, yeah, we'll do that.
Well, we do have it. I mean, we're
Yeah.
working on it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just we're talking about past music. We're talking about music here.
But
I'm gonna pull the outline up. I better pull it up just in case.
but
I didn't get the memo for the day.
Yeah,
The-
it's a big outline though. Just to,
Yeah.
it's flow free. See, it's a big long outline there.
but the electronic drum kit has sample songs, and you know, you can pick a sample song. And I found out you can take the drums out of the sample song, and I'm like, oh. So I take the drums out now, and then I play what I think would go fit in, you know.
Yeah.
And there's what he's talking about is there's this one song it's like a bluesy song, and I like it, and I sit there and play along to it, and I record it, and it sounds like shit every time I listen to it.
But you got to start somewhere.
Don't break the chair. It's only like 20 years old.
It's like electricity in the house.
And you're your own worst critic always. So
that's what I hear. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's not that bad."
For like a guy that doesn't play all the time and he goes and does this stuff, I give him a lot of credit and a lot of support for doing it. And when he plays it for me, it's like, hey, yeah, you're improving. I can hear it.
yeah.
Well,
you're gonna improve if you keep doing it. That's just the way things happen.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem is, consistently sticking to it.
If you didn't have the night gig at the bar all the time, you'd probably be good.
Oh, they keep trying to get me up there to play on Open Jam, which is tomorrow night, by the way.
Oh,
yeah. So I tied that in.
We always try to get him to play on Open Jam night.
Now, Open Jam night is on my birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're 6 days ahead of me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they got Open Jam, but I'll be at the ball game. So I'm hoping if the ball, but I forgot.
When's the ball game start?
Like 7.
So
he might be done by 12.
Yeah.
If they don't go into overtime. I mean,
they've
only won 4 games in the last 25, so why even go?
Yeah, but I forgot that Friday night is fireworks night. So
an extra half an hour. For that.
All the kids are going to be like, "Well, we're not leaving. There's fireworks." I've seen fireworks. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not like the fireworks in the 80s where you just burn the city down.
Yeah. Or
it's actual fireworks.
Or you shoot them at each other in a parking lot of a known radio station in Metro Detroit.
Yeah. Well, was it with Roman candles or bottle rockets? That's what we want to know.
That actually happened, and I saw it with my own eyes.
Well, you and Tiny shouldn't have done that.
No.
Yeah, we used to have bottle
rockets. Me and Tiny
wars.
were there, but we weren't shooting the fireworks at each other. It was.
That's what he says.
No.
Yeah, right.
You can ask Tiny. It's true.
Tiny, give us a call. Let us know.
I was bringing him to work, and the other guys that were there working were shooting fireworks at each other.
Isn't radio great? You don't have to do anything. You play some music, you say a couple things in between songs, and then you go shoot fireworks at each other in the parking lot. I mean, come on.
Real radio.
But I mean, in the evening crew, they're only making like minimum wage anyways. So.
Yeah, but you know how real radio is. It's all automated.
And they have an agenda.
Yeah.
And they follow it.
Yeah. And they stick to what they're going to talk about.
But
they're not even allowed to talk.
You printed one off for everybody so we could follow the agenda. I mean, I would have loved it to have it a day in advance. I would have studied it.
I put some of it on the post.
There's a post?
Yeah, I made a post. I tagged you.
I haven't looked at Facebook yet today.
It said...
I saw Messenger because I had to make sure my contract was getting fulfilled for the year.
It said, Ted will like this show because he doesn't have to do much.
I don't do much anyway, so I was than any other night.
Like you like them shows where you don't have to do much.
It's great when we have a guest in because then I don't have to pick up your slack.
Yeah. Well, there have been complaints. I will put it out there that how come you don't have a guest anymore? How come you don't have guests anymore? And I'm like, well,
do you know how hard it is to try to get a guest to want to come in to begin with? I mean, it's Thursday night at 8:00 and people got to work in the morning and they can't be in bed by 9 o'clock. And,
Oh yeah. I get up at 4 a.m. to go to work. Actually.
Yeah. He knows.
So I get it. But, I said, well, you know what? Why not? It's the day before my birthday. I'll get out there, and Planky got me all geared up because he started messaging me about it, about some things, over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like,
is this how you came up with your format over there? What we were supposed to talk about? Is because Planky was just like, hey, we're gonna talk about this and remember that.
Well, I sat down and I was like, well, what should I put on here? So basically, just to give you an idea, I just said, the outline is, music, obviously, and it's very long because I've been in over 20 bands.
And we did.
That's it.
We did start off.
I mean, I know you gave me a couple of the CDs last time you were here. But.
Right. And that's what happened. He said, and then I said, well, okay, well, we did a lot. And I was like, look at all these bands I was been in. And I was like, damn, it's like I could do a recap of that and that'd take the whole show.
It'd take 2 hours just to get through the 20 bands.
I could talk about stuff that people know that I've been into lately. I got the wife and the son, right? And I had a loss of my daughter in October, which was bad.
Yes, real bad.
And then, I was a cannabis activist for quite a few years, which I'm not anymore. And I got
What made you change? Usually
cannabis,
once people get diehard cannabis, they're there for life.
Yeah,
I know.
Darren McCarty's a big cannabis activist too.
Now, that's the thing. So this would lead us back into the whole cancer benefit thing, right? So a long time ago, I was into cannabis from college. It's typically when people do it, right? So I got into it then, and it was recreational, obviously.
Yeah, well, back then it wasn't really good either. No
yeah.
Offense. If you were stoked, if you came across some seed heaven,
right,
hash.
Yeah. And the thing was, once I got into, I don't know when when I went out to California, it became a whole new ball game, because then I ran into a guy from down south out there, and he said, "Hey, you got an open closet in your apartment. You think we could grow some out here?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And so grew some out there, and then I got back here because I left Hollywood running. For reasons I won't get into any of that stuff this time. I know we talked about it last time.
Yeah, we did.
But I won't get into any of that stuff. But ran away from Hollywood, come back here, and ended up moving in next to somebody that was a really good grower in Dearborn. And he got me into, he said, "Hey, you want to make some seeds?" Somebody gave me 2 of these female male plant. And I had another basement with an empty closet in it that was perfect, and I was renting, and the actual people that owned the house said they used to grow there. They were cannabis advocates. I was like, well, shoot, okay, why not then? So I made seeds, and I got really into making seeds and crossbreeding. I liked it.
Yeah, well, that's the science behind it.
Yeah, and I started really getting into that and just genetics of it. And then I made 35 strains.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not there in Dearborn. I ended up moving away, left my job to go grow cannabis and to start making medicine for people. Like I was making cannabis oil. And Olin was a proponent of that, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say you and Olin, yeah.
Yeah, because he was giving it to PTSD
Just don't
patients.
give him a cookie. We know what happens when he tries a cookie.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't good.
Well, I don't do cannabis anymore at all. I don't even smoke or anything anymore.
Olin doesn't either.
Really? That's a shock too.
Yeah.
See, so we both are shockers because I thought he'd be a lifer too.
Nope.
And everybody thought I would too.
No.
But when I went off and started doing it and did all these strains, I was going to start this company called Jester Genetics. I still got the websites and everything. Created these really awesome strains. So I do believe in the medicinal aspect of it because I've had a lot of experiences where that holds true. Like, for example, like with the cancer thing, I had some cousins down south, and he was a sheriff, actually, and he was a retired sheriff. And they were very into religion, did not believe in using drugs at all.
Yeah. Until it was ceremonial.
Did not want anything to do with it. But I talked, and they had read about something that cannabis could help cancer. And I said, well, and at that time, it was just after I had run into some problems with the law over cannabis. And they had me on probation for a while. And I ended up becoming a medicine man for a Native American church.
Nice.
Because I was doing this medicine. And they needed as many medicine people as they could get, because they felt that there was a spiritual war against plant medicines. And there
is. I mean,
there obviously is something going on, because there are a lot of alternative medications out there for things.
Oh yeah.
Like I took care of my dad going out 3 years ago, and when we came to take care of him, he was on 16 medications.
Jesus.
Well, that's how they make their money.
That's right. And in 2 months, my wife and I had done a lot of research on all his medications, and we would go to his doctor on weekly basis, or whatever it was, and I would make medical reports to him, like medical observations, not opinions, observations.
Yeah.
So actual experiences that we've had to watch him with his medications. And we showed that doctor that what had happened was it started with his heart medication. And then what happened is they kept giving him medication to cover side effects.
Yeah. Well, that's half the battle. You're getting all these pills, but these pills cause this, this, and this, but you got to counteract it with these pills over here that then cause this, this, and this.
Yes. So, and then he had diabetes on top of it, and within 2 months, we had him off all of his medications.
Nice.
With the help of his doctor, with the blessings of his doctor also. Because I was doing all this, we were doing all this research, and I was taking these medical reports that I had written for him. And his doctor was like, well, you guys know a lot more than the holistic approach than I do. He said, so, it looks like things are moving in a positive direction. Now, my dad was 87, 86, so he had already been too far gone because some other family members had taken care of him before, and they weren't really as privy to the medical industry. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
And they would trust the doctors kind of thing. So, I know the doctors mean well.
They do, yeah.
They do. They wouldn't be doing it if they didn't mean well.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're taught by a school that is obviously not necessarily meaning well.
Well, not only that though, but when they get in practice, they get asked to push certain drugs.
That's right.
We got to get this study done, so we need as many people to take this as possible.
And they're also forced to read, periodicals from the American Medical Association, and they're not allowed to really have the time to go out and do alternative research into other things. So we did. So we found something called strophanthus, which is a seed. It's a natural plant, and it's not like a hallucinogen or anything even. And it's like I think it was a German, bunch of German doctors and researchers that had found this, and it's really good for heart. And so we started giving him that. He wasn't on a lot of pain medication, even though he had a lot of pain. He was on Tylenol 3. Thankfully, he wasn't on anything really too heavy. So we started giving him CBD, and my dad is anti-cannabis. He was anti-cannabis, but he liked sweets. But we started giving him better sweets to eat. We started doing all the cooking. We started changing his diet, giving him better food. It was all food that he enjoyed.
Yeah.
But it was better quality food.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference.
It does. Our food supply is really bad, everybody. But
yeah.
So we get all our stuff from Amish farms out of Pennsylvania for the most part. There is a really good farm in Dundee called BP Farms, and they're pretty clean. But a lot of farms are not so clean. And it's just because it's cheaper to not be.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, they have to survive. I get it, but the people will spend the money to have better food.
Oh, for sure.
They will. And it is well worth it because you're going to live longer if you want to live longer.
Yeah. And, that's the question. Do you want to live longer?
My dad, he didn't want to. He was to the point where he had lost everybody. I was the last living sibling. My two brothers and sister had died. And so when I come along, and then my mom was gone. So it's like, not to say that he didn't care about me, but he had had enough loss, and he was in pain. He was in pain. He had surgeries and all this stuff that, he couldn't get through.
Yeah.
Back surgery and neck surgery. But anyway, we did get him off all his medication in 2 months, just from dietary changes and alternative medications, if you want to call them medications, plant-based medicines.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of, there's a lot of things that have gone in, and that natural herbs and plants are very good for people,
right?
And can do a lot of stuff that the medicine is. But the problem is they're free,
right?
and it's hard to capitalize on free.
Right.
Yeah.
And cannabis is not necessarily free. It's difficult to grow that stuff because there's spider mites, there's powder mildew.
Oh, spider mites suck.
There's all kinds of stuff like that can really ruin your whole crop and your pretty much your whole inventory. But that'll bring me back to what I was talking about earlier. So some cousins of mine, super religious and super, are anti-cannabis, anti-drugs of any sort. But, it's funny how people are anti-drugs, right? But they'll take anything a doctor will give them.
Yeah.
And that's just a shame.
And don't classify that as drugs.
That's right. The cancer scene is very bad. The cancer thing is really bad. I lost a lot of people with cancer and a lot of really awesome people, who's not awesome in this life. Really, there's a lot of awesome people here, but I lost a lot of cannabis warriors, so to speak, in this realm too. Like there was an old guy called Monkey Paw. They called him Monkey Paw. He was a medicine man, and he used aloe and all kinds of medicinal plants, lobia, all these plants, and he cured himself of cancer with cannabis.
Nice. Wow.
But he got it again over time, and I'm telling you, cancer, it seems to come from a lot of our food problems here. Because, they do a lot of studies with rats and stuff with the corn and all that kind of stuff. We had a little side discussion about this earlier before we got on air.
Oh, yeah.
But the corn is not a good thing. And corn is in everything, by the way. It's hidden under different names. But we won't get into any of that stuff right now. We're talking about cancer. But there has been studies that have shown that, cancer is these rats get cancer after eating so much corn. So the fact that we've gotten a lot more corn in our diet could have something to do with it. Okay. But either way, this guy got cancer, and then his family pressured him into getting the chemotherapy and all the other stuff. And now they have these new drugs. I don't know what they're called. These new cancer drugs that they're experimental.
Yeah.
And people are just trying them. And it's not doing too well for them. I lost another good friend, Jay Holly. He was a singer of Soot, when we first started the band. And strongest guy you'd ever meet. He looked like a football player. And he was just a very built person, right? But he confided in me quite a few times because we were friends since I was 13. He was 11, and we used to break dance together. But anyway, he started this Foundation 14, building motorcycles for vets. For
nice.
PTSD, wind therapy, he called it. And he pulled a lot of the motorcycle gangs together in this process, because during his passing, I was at his memorial, and I'll tell you, he ended up being a scorpion, and all these bikers were there, supposed mortal enemies with each other, all hanging out, all giving their stories about Jay, hanging out. And I had told him, I was like, you know what? You've pretty much brought together like a group of people that would really stand up for the people here. I was like, because they're all vets. They all are dangerous.
Yeah.
They could take care of us.
Yes.
If something happened, like if, good. I know I keep approaching the danger zone, but
he's going to play that song now. He's going to play Danger Zone by you.
But, I keep approaching the danger zone. But anyway, I told him, I said, you're putting together a group of people that would probably stand up for the people, And he's always, pretty humble guy. But he was a big guy, and he had told me, he said, man, I can't fight this urge. He said, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll see the chaos all over my table of Twinkies. He had a Twinkie addiction.
Oh,
A Twinkie
the thing that
addiction,
would last for 1,000 years.
you know, and you wonder where the cancer comes from, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and then he was talked into doing the, you know, he was a cannabis, you know, guy too. So it's like he knew, but it's like you're pushed by your family to listen to the doctors and the medical association.
Yep.
Now they're the leading authority.
And like my cousin, we'll go back to that. I'll finish that story now. So they ended up joining my Native American church so that I could send them oil through the mail.
Nice.
And so he was doing better. He was getting better. And I was selling it for $40 a gram, which was cost for me. I could not make it any cheaper. I tried. I could not. Because I always use the best ingredients, because that's the way you got to do it. You got to make the best medicine. You got to use the most clean ingredients you can find, the cleanest alcohols, everything that I was making it with. So cheapest I could make it was $40 a gram. And I was growing it all myself. I had made all the strains myself, so I knew what was going on. I had a really good strain called Canatonic. It was mostly CBD, actually, and not a lot of THC, which there's 250 or more cannabinoids in the plant, and we're only tracking a couple of them. So it's like, what do we really know about that plant? Not a lot. So anyway, I made these oils, sent them down. He was doing well. His doctor was saying, yes, you're doing great. And then they were getting to a point where they were like, oh, it's just really getting expensive, you know, to do it. And I was like, yeah. I was like, and then I did start undercutting myself, and I did start trying to give it to him for 35 and not take a loss. And it did drive me to the poorhouse, by the way, doing this. And I could not, with a clear conscience, be selling the medicine. That's what was hard for me, because I just could not. I didn't want to even take care of myself because I wanted to help somebody else. And that's usually the nature of people, right?
You hope.
Typically, you know,
there's quite a few that don't.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we got the medical industry, but you know, I mean, as far as like, I know a lot of the cannabis growers out there and a lot of the, you know, the people out here, and like you guys, you know, we all have this feeling that we want to help other people. Right.
Yeah.
So I did as much as I could. And then they found out from our church that the chief of the church was actually selling it for 30 a gram. And I was like, well, you know, you can get it from him then, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's doing it. He died in a month.
Ooh.
So it led me to start looking into it more. And I found out the chief of the church, and he's, rest in peace, Bob, you know, but he was growing cannabis and it was getting powder mildew, and he was using that to make oil with.
Yikes.
So he was selling it for dirt cheap.
Tainted stuff.
Yeah. So when I found that out, I got very disillusioned. I was like, you just can't trust anybody. Like, even the people that are trying to do the right thing get to a point where they can't, you know, and it's just like, oh man. So there was a lot of that heartbreak going on. But what I do know is that cannabis can help with cancer. And also the other thing with cancer is you have to change your diet. You cannot keep eating the same food that you got cancer on, because something in your food, I am very certain that the food source is the source of our cancer.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I'm very certain of it, because I've seen it just enough people I've lost in cancer battles. I've seen it. I've heard what they've eaten, and I can pinpoint usually a handful of things that they eat, that they've eaten, because everybody's different. That's why I say, somebody goes, what diet do you want to get on? And I go, that's very unique. I say, that's a very hard question to answer, because I'd have to know exactly what you're eating now. You'd have to give me everything. You can't hold anything back.
Yeah.
If you're
no
eating,
more ice cream for you, Plank.
Yeah. If you're eating marshmallows,
Queen.
or you're eating something at night that you don't want to tell me about.
The Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
that he is.
That's right.
I do love Dairy Queen too.
See, so if you're not going to be honest about what you're eating with me, I can't help you. That's what I would say.
Like the day he had a cookie and we're just like, just take a small piece. That's it. And a half an hour later, he devoured
It
the
was
whole
a
cookie.
good cookie.
See? Yes, but we told you, just break off
I
a
didn't
piece
realize the marijuana was going to do that to me.
We gave you warning. I mean, the next thing you know, we're just like, where'd the cookie go, Blakey? Oh, I ate it.
Yeah, medibles are not to be eaten like regular
I know
cookies. No.
It was funny though. I mean, he'd be like doing looking this, take a little bite. And then we'd be talking, and then a song would play, and he'd take another little bite.
I don't even remember ending the show that night.
And then we went to the office and talked with the head guy for a little bit.
Yeah.
And the head guy took you home.
Yeah.
And then the head guy called me at 7 a.m. and he goes, I think he tried to kill me last night. I woke up and he was standing over me staring at me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember sleeping on the couch at Olin's, and then at some point
I was trying to keep us out of it, but now we know.
I woke up and I think I had a dream that I died in a car accident on I-94. And I thought it was real.
Oh.
So I'm looking around, I'm in a house in Detroit.
And you thought you were a ghost in somebody's house. Huh?
Yeah. I'm haunting. So I walk in there.
Up all night watching Matt.
And no, I was watching Archer.
That's what it was.
Archer, the one where he gets shot and falls in the pool and he thinks he's dead, but he's really not. And so then it happens. It got in my head. It got in my head. So I walk out to Olin, and Olin comes out of the bedroom and he's like, what? And he's standing there and I'm poking him in the chest, right in the chest. And I'm going, you're not real. Like, you're not. He goes, I'm real. I go, no, you're not, because I'm dead.
Yeah, that was the report I got the following morning.
Like, my God. Poor Olin. Yeah. He had to deal with that shit.
Yeah, Olin and I had a good laugh over it, though.
He still laughs about it. He tells people about it. He goes, yeah, Planky and marijuana don't mix.
Yeah, well, it does have its dosage.
But I have heard,
it's very good for.
I've actually seen videos of people with epilepsy that were on like 12 pills, and this guy switched to the oil.
Mm-hmm.
It just took one cookie.
He takes one pill of the oil,
right?
The cannabis oil or whatever.
Yep.
Every day.
Yeah.
And hasn't had a seizure.
Well, there you go. See,
but the doctors put him on 12 different pills.
Well, yeah, because they had to cover the side effects of the first one they put him on.
Yes. and he said, he goes, I feel so much better. I don't have the headaches and all of this. I was on 12 pills. He goes, now I take one thing of cannabis oil every day and haven't had a seizure. I'm like, that's amazing. But we got to sell the 12 pills.
That's right. Well, there was the other thing with the cannabis was one of the strains I created. I called it Lemon Shine, and I mixed these two strains, Moonshine Haze and Super Lemon Haze. Now, those are two very strong sativa strains, which can make you very anxious. To some people. Some people, they're opposite. Some people get anxious over the indica. Most people are anxious on sativa and paranoid. But
I'm already paranoid.
So yeah,
don't put me
on the cookie was really good for that. Keeping the paranoia going.
There you go. So I made this strain, and when I was in Hollywood, I reconnected with a friend out here who was a video guy out here for a long time, and he moved out to Hollywood way before I did, and he became Jason Voorhees on the Boulevard, and he was just doing like pictures with tourists. And just acting, being a street actor. And he was so good that actually the creator of Friday the 13th that created the Jason masks seen him and gave him an actual Jason mask.
Nice.
So I mean, he was really good, and he was a great guy. He never drank or smoked or did any drugs ever. Like when I was out there, he never, and it was legal out there to smoke out there when I was out there.
Yeah.
It was totally legal. You could go to the store and get it before it was here.
Yeah.
And I was into it. I always wanted to smoke with him, but never happened. And then when I came back and started growing and doing my thing with the crossbreeding and all the genetics, and I came up with that strain, he had called me and he said, "Hey, I'm back in Michigan visiting my parents." He said, "I'd like to hook up with you and hang out." I was like, "All right, perfect." So I went and picked him up, and when I picked him up, he was on a cane, and I was like, "Oh man!" And he could barely walk. And he got in my car, and I'm like, "Damn, what happened?" He basically had moved to Las Vegas after I left Hollywood. He did too. And he went to Las Vegas, started getting back into video stuff, and he was moving equipment, and he fell.
Ooh.
Oh.
And fell with a bunch of equipment that he was carrying on his tailbone.
Not good.
So he hurt himself really bad, and he could barely walk. So I said, "Well, damn." And he's like, "So I heard that, the cannabis can maybe help with pain." And I go, "It's been known to."
You want to try?
And he said, he said, "Well, you think I could try some?" I was like, "Oh, hell yeah." Because I was excited. I wanted to smoke with him always. And I've been knowing the guy for years, right? I was like, "Absolutely, yeah." So we tried this lemon shine, and we're just sitting there talking. And about 15, 20 minutes goes by, and he's like, starts moving around. He's like, looking around, looking at me crazy. Like, he stands up, and he's like, with no cane. And he's like, I go, "Hold on."
Hold on.
I said, "Be careful now."
Don't get too excited yet.
I was like, "It just might have just blocked your pain receptors." I said, I said, "It doesn't just heal you." Like, if you got,
hallelujah, brothers and sisters, we got a miracle today.
And he got really excited, and he took off. I had a big pond in the back of the house at that house, and I lived on 10 acres back then in the middle of nowhere. He took off running out the back door and went running around my pond, running. And is just screaming, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." And he comes back with his phone. He gives me his phone. He says, "Videotape this." So I'm videotaping. I was like, "Man, you better be careful." I go, you should just sit down. You should just enjoy that you're not in any pain.
Just sit down.
And just please don't hurt yourself, man, because you could hurt yourself. And so he ended up coming back, and he was fine. And then he went back to Las Vegas, and he called me. He's like, "Where can I find that stuff?" I go,
"What stuff?"
"You can't find it." I said, "I made it." I was like, "Nobody's got it."
No.
And still nobody has it. But I do still have thousands of those seeds, but I haven't grown it in a long time. And I did start stabilizing that one in particular for about 3 or 4 years because I knew that happened. And I would like to somehow get that into somebody's hands, because if it does stuff like that,
yeah, that's
medicine.
Yeah.
I mean, and it does. Like when I had quit and I tried to smoke that stuff again, I was just like, "Oh my God, that's what it makes me feel like? For real?" My heart was pounding. It's like, I never felt like that before when I smoked it, because I was, your tolerance level goes crazy when you're smoking it all the time, right? So when you quit and you try it again, it's like somebody that's never smoked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have it and it hits you full on.
Yeah.
Like a ton of bricks.
Yep.
So
it was an interesting experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do believe in the medicinal aspect of it. Now, what made me quit the last time was I just started noticing the fact that it wasn't affecting me like it used to. It took me a lot more to smoke to get to a certain point.
Like any medicine, I think you gotta develop a tolerance, right?
Yeah.
So you got to detox for a while.
Right. And then I noticed that it was giving me negative effects to my mood. Like, it wasn't making me happy anymore.
Yeah.
It was kind of making me more introspective. I was getting depressed more. And it was just like, for some reason, for me personally, it wasn't working.
So just an average planky night.
So I said, you know what? I just got to quit this. And when I did, I also studied shamanism for a long time. So you do it. Plants have their own personality and spirits, supposedly. What do we know about this world? Not much.
Well, we do know that they have done tests where, like, if a tree, like somebody cuts a tree branch, the other trees know it and can feel it. They've done studies that have proven that
Right.
Plants communicate with each other.
Right. And the shamans have done a lot of studies to where peyote, they call it mescalito, it has a spirit. Ayahuasca has a spirit. All these things have a spirit. Cannabis is a female spirit. It really is. That's why they call it Mary Jane.
So that's why it fucked you so bad.
Women are always fucking me over.
Exactly. It's starting to make sense now.
It does.
We're starting to put some things together here.
Yeah.
Well, it also has a lot of estrogen in it.
There you go.
So, like, there is this thing. And here we go again in the danger zone. There's an estrogen agenda.
Cue up Psycho Stick.
Yeah, there is an estrogen agenda thing going on. We won't get too deep into that. But anyway, so the fact that, cannabis became legal, quote unquote, it started making me think about that too, because, you got the medical industry that runs everything. And now they're all of a sudden, after all these years, and I lost people from cannabis war, literally was shot down by the DEA over growing cannabis. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're, and then all of a sudden now, a decade later, they're going to legalize it. It's like, okay, so what's going on here?
Well, it's a scary part when you think about that, because the states are doing it. And do you actually think the federal government's going to actually come around and do it?
Yeah. And I think the federal government knows what they're doing.
I mean, just the amount of tax money they'd make on it is ridiculous.
Yeah. And I think it's all in cahoots, but that's another deal. But the one thing I did notice, another observation, and this is a fact, is that I don't even want to say who it was, but a relative of mine was on it, and he was using it, and he was going to join this union, this workers union. So I don't want to get too detailed, but he was going to join this union, so he quit. And after 30 days, typically your body will cleanse of any kind of THC that's in your system.
Yeah.
But he was using the vape oils. He wasn't using the flower. And he was having a hard time detoxing. It took him 90 days.
Well, you're not getting it natural and you're using...
What's in those oils? What's in those solvents that they're making those with? That's just a question I don't know the answer to.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
and
it's
most
just
people
as
don't
worse.
know.
It's worse than actually doing like a meth cigarette, methane cigarette or something like that. The vape pens and stuff that are out there are 10 times worse than just having a regular cigarette.
Yeah, and I tried to do the vape stuff, and it kind of would give me tickly throat. I just never had that happen with a flower. So I didn't like it, because it always made me cough. It just really...
And what enhancers are they putting in it?
That's what I'm saying.
It tastes good and it smells good.
Yeah, natural flavoring.
Yeah, natural.
Natural
just give me the good old natural skunk and I'll be just happy.
That's right. So basically, there was all those factors of why I really quit myself, and it's kind of it's a bittersweet kind of thing, because I did like doing it.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of work, especially doing it single-handedly.
Yeah.
Because at one point I was growing 100 plants.
Jesus.
By myself.
That's a lot of work for one person.
It was a lot of work. Literally,
nutrition and watering and making sure the humidity's right and the lighting's right.
I had 8 different rooms.
Damn.
I had 4 cedar rooms. I had a veg room and 3 flower rooms. So, It was quite the operation that I put together.
I mean, it's no joke because you got to make sure you got all like you can't have any males and females mix, and
it was a very clean environment.
You got to have a drying room, and
Yep.
you got
Yeah, it was very hard, and it literally brought me to tears, and I was crying some nights because it was so much work, and my back was hurting, and I was trying to harvest and do all this stuff and watering. There were nights I literally cried. Jeez. Because I just could not take it anymore.
Yeah.
Because it was just so hard.
Not to mention the expense of the electricity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The water bill.
Yeah. And I wasn't getting paid. I mean, nobody was buying it because it started to be, and then once it started to become this whole thing where you had to buy a $10,000 license and all this stuff from the state. It was that I was like, I'm done. I can't do it no more. That's too hard.
Well, now you can legally have 12 plants in your backyard.
Right. But the only problem with that is that people don't realize is you cannot grow the plant here in Michigan at its full potential ever. It's impossible. And it's very impossible. I don't care what you think you're going to do. You're not going to get the full potential of the plant because the plant, unless you actually keep the plant indoors and then put it outside at the end, because the when it turns to flower, it goes from the 16-hour days to 12s. But our 12-hour days start in September, October here, right? Well,
it needs that so it
and the thing is
the chemical in.
But it takes 8 to 14 weeks to fully flower a plant. So think about that.
So explains my mistake.
So that means that you're not going to get a fully developed plant here because by that time it's December.
Yeah.
And it's snow and it's cold.
Yep.
You're not getting the heat that it needs. So that's where people don't understand that though.
Yeah.
And they want to deny it, but you can't deny it because it's nature here.
Yeah, it's the environment. There's nothing you can.
Well, no. I mean, if you're like me and you do your vegetables, you get them started back in like January.
But see, that's what people like to think. The sun doesn't.
Have you seen my tomatoes?
But the sun doesn't care.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, like we get grow lights.
Vegetables are different than cannabis because cannabis starts developing once the light changes. It doesn't care when you start it. You can start it back in January and it'll get gigantic, but it's still not going to fully develop maturely because it's still not going to get that 12-12 light naturally outside until October.
Huh.
And then by then it freezes.
That's right.
And it's done.
Yeah.
There you go. So, I mean, you'll get you a plant that's maybe developed for 4 to 6 weeks when it should be 8 to 14.
That's why mine only grew 10 feet tall into the skylight and didn't become a big bush.
Yeah. But most people think, oh, if I start it this early, well, no, it doesn't matter when you start it. It just matters when the flower cycle starts outside. And that's the misconception with it. A lot of people don't think about that, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Because I've run into a lot of growers because I've been in the circuit I was in the circuit since, probably 30 years. And it's just, I've tried to explain it to people like that. They still don't get it.
Well, that's why it grows so great in the back regions of Mexico.
Right. Yeah. So it just got to a point to where I couldn't do it anymore. And I did try to do it outside. And that's when I finally did learn that final lesson of, oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's why everyone buys these warehouses, grows in them for 2 years, and then gets rid of the grow house.
Right.
Because it smells like oil and caked in oil.
Mm-hmm. But, there are people that are doing it indoors. But indoors is really the only way you can do it here in Michigan, really.
Yeah.
So.
Just drive through Warren.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's the cannabis story. And I do believe in the medicinal aspects of it. And I don't even say believe. I know the medicinal aspects of it from experience.
Yeah, I've seen it work for people.
Yeah.
Especially Tiny's dad. It took care of a lot of his neck pain.
Yeah.
And he'd be sitting there smoking a joint every time I come over, and Tiny'd be like, yeah, but my dad's neck is all fucked up, and every time he smokes that, the pain goes away in his neck, and he can actually move. Because I've gone over there and seen this guy with a neck brace on, and I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I ran out of weed.
It blocks the pain receptors is what it's doing.
Yeah.
That's technically what it does. It blocks your pain receptors. That's why I was telling my friend, don't be careful what you're doing.
That's why when you said that, I'm like,
don't hurt another disc.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard that it just blocks that,
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's not healing it.
Yeah. It's like don't go doing cartwheels.
Run, Forrest, run.
But there are studies that have done for the cancer where it says it causes apoptosis on cancer cells, so it causes them to self-destruct.
Which is a lot better than MNRD or whatever that is that they're trying to get everyone to take.
Right. I would not trust anything. And then the whole pink thing. The whole pink ribbon, pink coloring of the Cancer Society and all this stuff, that right there is social engineering. I'm sorry. And the fact that the Cancer Society has been raising money for decades and still doesn't have a cure is disgusting to me. Because there are cures out there.
If you cure it, they lose
all that money.
Yeah.
And it's all about money.
Yep.
It is. It's healthcare. It's an industry. It's not about saving people. It's about prolonging them on their chemicals.
Yeah. So the whole pink coloring and the purple rags and all these other things that these medical associations, the Alzheimer's Association, and all these things want to come out with to make more money and just take more money and filter it off to whoever and not actually do the research, not actually create the true medicine, which is going to be plant-based.
Well, they do. They just put it in a vault.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it should be, known, and it should be given because, but like you said, once they stop doing the benefits and all the things to raise money, I mean, that's where they lose their money.
Yeah.
And of course, they're not going to want to lose money.
Oh yeah, if they tell you there's a cure and
it's $1 billion industry.
Yeah. You lose $1 billion.
Right. Yeah. So there's the problem. But if people started to really go in and start researching things for themselves, you will find the answer. If you search for the truth, you'll find it. Because I did, and it's going to piss you off first.
Oh yeah.
It will make you very angry.
Oh yeah.
When you find the truth of anything.
Yep.
But you'll be better off for it, and the more people that could do that, the better the world would be. That's one of our biggest problems.
The main problem with that though is people don't want to think all of a sudden what they believed is no longer true.
The cognitive dissonance,
and that is what people have the hardest grasp is. I've been taught this for so long,
right?
My belief system based on it. Now you're telling me it's wrong,
right?
And then they feel betrayed,
and we are betrayed.
Yeah,
you just have to know. All of us have been lied to.
Oh yeah, since the day we were born.
That's right. We've all been lied to.
We've all been lied to.
So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Isn't great after all. Yeah. Damn you, Planky.
Life's great. Everything's going to work out great. Trust me. No, it's not. It's not going to work out great.
It could if you want it to.
It'll be okay for a little while. Then it comes to an abrupt end.
Yep.
And then
yep. Like I said, there's only about 25 summers left.
But hey, you know what? What if we were able to live for hundreds of years? Nobody knows. I mean, nobody really knows. We could possibly if we weren't all toxified and poisoned every day with our food sources and all the thing that's going on. But
and the air we breathe.
That's right. The water we're drinking.
The water, the water.
So
everything's killing us.
But the thing is you can take action for yourself, and that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate thing is you can take care of yourself and possibly help your families if they want to listen, which most of mine don't want to listen.
Yeah.
They didn't want to listen.
I know that feeling.
Dairy Queen is a very powerful thing.
The fast food industry is very powerful. And so is the medical industry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So once we have those things, in our lives, which we get them right at the beginning, it's very hard to lose them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved McDonald's.
Yeah.
I had my McDonald's experience.
McDonald's is everywhere now.
Yep. And
Japan.
it almost killed me, literally. So I had to find out that the hard way. And we talked about that probably the last show we did here, where, back in 2000, what was it, 13-ish, I came back from Hollywood. I was living a pretty clean diet. And I got back here and I was broke as hell from the trip back. And I had to eat McDonald's.
There was that video on that dude that did nothing but the Big Mac diet or whatever.
Yeah, was it Super Size Me or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was true based on the guy that decided he was just going to eat McDonald's.
And I didn't even drink the soda. I didn't eat the French fries. I was just having two plain cheeseburgers. Yeah, those 11 ingredient French fries, aren't those great? And like, so you think French fries should just be what? Potatoes and oil.
Yeah, but I tell you what, those shoestring fries from McDonald's are probably the best fries if you ever. I mean, I haven't had McDonald's in like 20 years, believe it or not.
Yeah, but it's one of those other 12 ingredients that's in them.
Yeah.
Well, it's the fake chemical flavoring that you're getting.
That's right. That whole what is it? It's just they got those chemicals that get into your brain that says, make me want more.
Yes.
And
brings out the dopamine.
That's right. So, but yeah, I had my McDonald's bout, and then me in the hospital after just 1 month of eating just cheeseburgers.
Oh,
that's it. And I wasn't eating them every day. I was having them like 3 times a week.
Ugh.
And only for lunch. It wasn't like eating them all day long.
Yeah.
But that damn near fucking killed me. And then I had to go on this 30-day. They thought I had ulcerative colitis and all this stuff, and went on this crazy 30-day diet. I wanted to commit suicide because I couldn't take it.
You should have just pulled a Jared and had Subway instead.
Eat them buns that's got the foam in them. Yeah, that's great.
Oh.
It's got the memory foam in them. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But
so they pop back in shape.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But so I quit all that stuff, quit all the fast food, and started eating kind of as clean as I could for 30 days. And then I went and got a colonoscopy, and the doctor said, "What's wrong with you? You ain't got nothing. Why'd they tell you had ulcerative colitis?" I was like, "I don't know. You tell me, you're the doctor." He's like,
you're the one with the medical degree.
So I told him I changed my diet, told him what I was eating. It was just pretty plain stuff. I didn't eat any spices or anything. And it was just, he said, interesting. That's about all he had to say about it. It's just like, well, yeah. And the medical people,
medical history,
they're not taught nutrition.
No.
They don't have to learn nutrition, but food will heal you or it will kill you.
Yep.
And that's the thing that people don't really get. And you can heal yourself with a different diet. And that's what I was getting at earlier about the whole cancer thing. It's not just about an alternative medication that you're going to take or a plant medicine or whatever. You have to change your eating. You have to change your lifestyle. And the diet, changing your diet is one of the hardest things that you will ever face, because you're just so used to what you're eating.
Yeah.
It gets to tasting good.
Yep.
You don't want to change it.
Nope.
It's going to piss you off when
you
can't eat.
Yeah, but the one thing that, I mean, I agree with that to the point. I think there are some people, mostly I think of me when I think of this. So it's a party of one. When you learn to cook.
Yeah.
That's the important thing, right? Because when you learn to cook, you're learning, all right, what goes together, what doesn't go together, the science behind it. And at that point, when you learn to cook, you can learn to eat just about anything.
Yeah.
Which means that you can change your diet and you can still enjoy it.
But you got to find the time, and people sometimes don't have the time to cook. That's the problem too.
That's the problem I've been having.
Yeah.
Well, you're just on too much damn social media.
But I have been cooking the chicken myself. So
yeah, that's a good start.
I've been doing that.
It's hard. It's hard because we're doing it. Like my wife and I, we do all our own cooking. We won't eat anything that we don't cook ourselves or prepare ourselves.
Nice.
And sometimes I make people feel, like, oh, well, what's wrong with my food? And it's like, well, it's not anything that's necessarily wrong with your food. It's just we have a specific things that we're used to eating now, and we know that the food source is questionable, and most people don't know, and most people don't care.
Nope.
and they'll just eat whatever they buy out of Walmart.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Walmart does not have good food. I don't care what you're thinking. It doesn't.
Why would it? I mean, you're paying what, like
Pennies.
$5? Yeah,
Right.
compared to what do you pay if you go to actual real organic farm that does things right?
Yeah, an organic's another tool that's not necessarily good either, because now there's this whole organic fiasco to where it's just a label.
Yeah.
And there's ways to work around that.
Yes.
So it's like you got to really be careful.
But I mean, like, all right, so you're going and getting your meat, right? And you're making sure that they're not pumped with antibiotics and they're not eating corn gluten and all that other stuff. I mean, that's all part of it.
It is. You do got to go do your own homework. And like the farms that we shop at, they deliver here to Michigan. One of them is called Miller's Bio Farm in Pennsylvania. The other is called Dutch Meadow Farms. Like I said, Dundee, Michigan, right down the road.
Oh yeah, I love Dundee.
BP Farm has really good stuff.
DP, that sounds dangerous.
Like boy, BP, and you can find that, and go to, get your meat from that guy. He's very clean farmer, and some of his stuff we don't buy because he's still feeding some of his animals corn. Because it's cheap.
Well, occasional human with the pigs too,
Yep. And the pigs, the pigs are supposed to be eating roots and acorns and stuff out of the woods. Not supposed to be eating slop.
Yeah.
And all this trash and corn and whatever else they're eating. People like to feed them garbage because we've watched that on cartoons.
Yeah.
It goes way back to the Looney Tunes. It's social engineering, you guys. But
oh yeah.
There we go again in the danger zone. But anyway,
we haven't been on topic, just out of curiosity.
Let's play some music and take a break and see if I can figure out what's going on with the power. Maybe I can get the lights back on.
I got to flip the other breaker because the pit one doesn't work.
Yeah.
No, the pit one is for outside.
I know shit.
And
why would you turn that one?
Go play the song and let's
and we did cover one of the major aspects of this outline.
Wow, we followed an outline for
which
part
was
of it.
Cannabis. See, we did get to that.
Yeah. Are you going to play Cannabis in your pocket just for him?
I could. I mean, I could. That wasn't part of this break, but it could be now.
You got Buddha Full of Rhymes in there by chance, or Shadow, or anything like that? Buddha Full of Rhymes or Shadow from T Money Green, any of that stuff in there?
Oh, no.
No?
Oh. No, I don't have any of T Money Green's music. I don't know why.
Wow.
Damn.
I mean,
we had him on the show twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Shadow?
Well, you got Dope Rhyme Villains. You got that.
Oh, there you go.
We got Dope Rhyme Villains.
There you go.
I got to find... what was I looking for?
I've got cannabis in my pocket. Canadian history. It's a good song.
That must be yours, not mine.
I don't know. It's somebody's.
I think it's on yours now.
It's funny, all that cannabis that I did, right? And I never really wrote any songs about it. Isn't that funny?
You just weren't hanging out with Shadow and Olin.
Well, I was in Buddha Full of Rhymes as a percussionist and a backup singer, but I didn't write any of it, so.
What was the other one? You got Dope Rhyme Villains.
Yeah, they should have the whole CD somewhere.
Yeah, you got it here.
Talking about Mary Jane.
I got Dope Water sitting there.
Yeah, you got some Dope Water.
Yeah, Olin hates when we play Dope Rhyme Villains.
Why? They could have been big, man. They had some good songs. Well, talented. I mean,
they opened up for Bone Thugs and whatever.
You don't want to be big. We got in the danger zone, but we don't want to be big because otherwise you get them.
But I mean, they could have been more than we just did this as a side project because we were bored.
Yeah. Well,
that's
unfortunately
not what it was. There's other things.
I know there's other.
Yeah, there's other aspects of the entertainment industry.
Yeah, when you have more than one person involved in a project.
Well, there's that whole thing too.
There's personalities that clash.
Yeah, that's what happened with Circle of Crown.
Oh. All right, let's play some music and see if I can get the damn lights.
Oh, I'll go click the other breaker on the left side. They'll come right on.
Yeah, we'll play some music here. We'll be back in.
It's the Him and Ted show with our special guest tonight, Jester, on tapdetroit.com. The Plankman show.
You have to play some of them commercials.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll get some of them commercials.
mind. Enemy lines combined at 9. Bled, remember her and died. It makes me wanna cry. These kids hate to reply with no one by their side or above that stride. What the fuck is this disguise? Burning in the government size. Fuck it, I'ma get high. Realize why I do what I do to get by. It's not about being a G, it's about pride. And thanking God that I'm still alive. Free the weed on run.
Every chain invaded on my brain again. And I just gotta say how great it is to see your face again. Every chain invaded on my brain again. And I just gotta say how great it is to see your face again. Every chain invaded on my brain again. And I just gotta say how great it is to see your face again. Every chain invaded.
Oh, I gotta hit the button. There we go.
Yeah, well, you know that helps when you do that kind of shit.
Yeah, that was Dope Rhyme Villains, Mary Jane.
And I'm the one that blew the power out, by the way. I hit the wrong switch in the bathroom, and I guess it blew the power out.
I'm taking that switch apart this weekend, and I'm cutting the wires.
The problem is you gotta let the guests know if there's something they should or shouldn't do when they're here.
The kids do it all the time. They go, "Uncle, can I use the bathroom?" And it's
Are you comparing gesture to one of your kids?
No, I'm just saying.
I am a kid. See,
I'm just saying because it's the bottom switch. You know, they hit the first switch they can reach, and they hit that one every time. And I go, "Oh fuck, you hit the heater."
Yeah, I did it. See. Look at
and that blows it every time.
I'm a 55-year-old kid about to be 56 tomorrow.
Oh.
Now I saw you brought in a case.
Oh yeah, I did bring in
What is in the case?
What's in the case?
Does it involve two people in handcuffs, or is it just a single?
Let's see.
It's a single case here.
That's a different show, folks.
It's
Well, you never know. It's involved the harmonica.
It is the harmonicas.
Oh,
yeah, that's more than one.
That's not just a harmonica.
I told you he had more than one.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think you lost a screw though.
Oh yeah, that's a spare. That's a spare screw.
Okay.
There you go. I just popped that back in the case there. My son took out my F, which is I play in second. I play in cross harp, which is more inhale than exhale. So he took my C. But
he's acting like we know how harmonicas work here.
Anyway, yeah.
There's this guy that comes up to Road Rangers for open jam, and he does harmonica, and he'll just he waits to find if there's a band that'll play something that he can do it, and he'll just get up there and just start wailing away.
Oh, I'll say what key you playing in, and I'll just go, okay, here we go.
All right. So I see that they're labeled with musical notes on them.
Yep. They all have their music notes on there. So and I play in second, so it says second.
I feel bad because when I had harmonica, it was just something from the store that you blew on. It didn't have anything special. So
and you probably had this one. You probably had the most common one, which is C.
Yeah.
And the second is in G. So it's like you can, and like I play C on my F. Second is more inhale. You can play cross harp, which is more inhale, or straight harp, which is blowing. John Popper plays more straight part, just to give you an idea. A lot of the blues players play more cross harp. They do more inhale. So you get the more bending notes, like,
Oh, wow. That's badass, Mikey. Why can't you do that?
See, now the more straight heartbeat.
Not as impressive.
No, I'm no John Popper on straight harp, though. See,
the first thing was really cool.
Yeah, I like the inhale. You got more bending notes when you inhale on more cross harp. You do got more of the bending notes, like a. You can do that kind of stuff a lot easier. Like so, that's in G.
What's your favorite key?
It's hard to say. I do like the C. I play a lot of C and D and soot, but I like the A. A is a little bit more.
That reminds me of the South right there.
You got a little more country feel, right?
Yep.
But I do like the B too, because B is like the sky is crying. Can you feel the tears roll down the street? The sky is crying.
He doesn't like blues, man. Blues is awesome.
Can you feel the tears roll down the street? You'll see my baby in 99 and 1/2 days. Switching on over to Jimmy. But that, that's B. And then you got your minors.
Minors are always nice.
Yeah, then you got your minors.
Not those kind of minors, by the way. Get your head out of the gutter.
Yeah. You're not in the typical music industry if you're not talking about minors. That's an A minor. So I just played A. That's A minor.
A hit more of the sadness in the minors.
And that's what it's for too.
Yeah.
And it does mention that. Yeah. Like I was gonna write an album for the loss of my daughter Ansi. And actually I was gonna work with some musicians, whoever wanted to do that. I haven't found a lot of people. My guitar player that I had worked with out of Hollywood, we were just talking about him on break, V from Red Snow. He had done something for me the day after she passed, really. And it was something I had done something. I told you guys about it. I'll tell the crowd here, but I had tried everything I could to I gotta be careful.
It's all good,
I'm gonna start crying. But anyway,
it's all good.
I tried to do everything I could to help our daughter. Right, I sang to her every night in the hospital, and I sang all these songs. Just everything you can think of, country to fucking Elton John, that any goddamn thing. All these people, right? And I went home one night. And it was the day before we got to bring her home to pass. And I was laying on the ground and I put my hands into the earth and I was trying to draw out the energy of the earth. I went around and hugged every tree in our yard and was trying to pull energy from the trees. I knew everybody was praying all over the country and then in the world. And I knew people were praying. And I could feel like I actually made myself feel that it was working. And I wrote this thing and it was about pulling the energy out of the earth and the atmosphere and the trees and nature and I said it and it gave it to me, right? And it's time for a miracle. And I sent that spoken word because I spoke what I did too. And I sent that to V out in Hollywood. And I had initially spoke it over some true solfeggio music from an artist I listened to called, his name's Alex, but he calls himself the Conspiracy Music Guru. And he's got a lot of good music, by the way. But he's got this instrumental stuff that he does all in 432 hertz, and it's healing music. And I played that for her, too. I put that on her incubator every night. And I was playing that for her. And there's a song called The Voyage that came on while I was on my way back to the hospital. Because I couldn't, my son, who's 3, was not allowed to stay at the hospital overnight. So my wife and him had to always go home every night.
Ooh, that had to be hard.
Yeah. And it was hard on her. And it was hard on all of us because we had to separate. And I do not trust the medical association or the industry. There's a lot of beautiful people in that hospital, by the way.
Yeah.
But I don't trust the system. So I did not want to leave her by herself. So I was there every single night. And on my way home that one night, I was playing that song and I started just off the top of my head just saying what I did. and sent that out to V, and he put it to music.
Damn.
And sent it back to me, and it was called Time for a Miracle. The miracle didn't happen. Unless you want to consider the miracle is that she escaped here and don't have to go through this madness that we all go through. That could
be a good way of looking at it.
And that's the only way I can look at it right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it any easier.
Oh, for sure.
But
see, he plays the harmonica and the numbers went up.
Yeah.
We went from 4 to 7.
Oh,
like that.
Can he do a promo for the show and use the harmonica at the same time?
The Plankman Show.
There we go. Isolate that pitch.
Isolate that.
So, like, I'm sitting here next to you with this gigantic case. Did you have a favorite one out of all? I mean, because you've got a whole bunch there, and then you've got some off to the side.
Well, I do have a favorite one in my pocket. Now see, speaking of 430,
put that back in your pocket. I don't need to see that.
432 hertz, right? It's supposed to be. There's a frequency conspiracy out there, by the way.
Oh boy.
Where 440 hertz, which is all music that you hear, was. Now I'm gonna say this, but not that I believe in the Nazis. But the Nazis supposedly come up with this 440 hertz frequency, and it's supposed to have been a manipulator, and it's destructive to us, right? Now, I do know that the 432 hertz is supposed to be the natural harmonic of music, according to a lot of history and a lot of experiments like somatics. When they've put this powder on a plate, and they use frequency and vibration. With 440 hertz, it doesn't have really clean figures that come out of that. But when they use 432 hertz, it comes up with like sacred geometry kind of images and stuff that created from that.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people have done a lot of studies with the 432 hertz. It's supposed to be a healing frequency, and it's the A is in 432 hertz. Everything is tuned off of that. So it's not everything is 432. The A is.
The scale is.
Yeah, just the A note.
The A note.
Mm-hmm. So there's a guy named Joe Spears down south who creates 432 hertz harmonicas.
Ooh.
So I got a 432 hertz harmonica, and this one is the F. So it is my C.
Ooh, that sounds beautiful.
Now, the other thing he does is he files all the reeds down so that it's smooth like butter. Like these are all just factory, right out of the factory, right? These never stick. You won't get any like sour notes really, or stick on some of these. They'll stick once in a while. You got to blow them hard out and get them out. You know, you get some kind of goop in there or something. You know, but these are clean. And I have not had any problems with his harmonicas. Now you're paying $200 a harmonica, whereas typically
a good fine-tuned instrument, that's
right,
not very unreasonable.
Right, exactly. So,
ooh. That was powerful.
That was awesome.
That was fucking cool.
but these are nice to play. And it's like I didn't have to play it as hard. You play it very easy. It's very so. Joe Spears. Now he's 6 months backed up right now.
Oh wow!
Making harmonicas.
Wow.
So I can't unfortunately get any more right now for a while.
I guess my next question would be: is out of all the instruments in the world, what drew you to the harmonica? I mean, because you're a talented musician. We've heard your work.
Well, the funny thing is my grandpa gave me one when I was 11.
And you were sold since.
And I just used to have it all because you can carry them in your pocket.
That's true.
Yep.
And I'd be riding my bike, and I lived out in the country, and there wasn't really much to do. And you'd ride down the country roads and just playing harmonica. And that's how I really got started. And then when I got into college, I went through a lot of heartbreak because I was a weirdo kid. I naturally have red hair, so redheads are freaks.
Yep.
We get made fun of a lot, and that happens. But I just really didn't have too happy of a childhood too much like that, right? I got picked on a lot, so I had a lot of blues going on in my soul.
It came through tonight.
And then, like when I got into college, I started drinking. And
that never happens in college.
No.
So I drank quite a few beers. Next thing you know, I'm jamming the harmonica on the roof of a house I'm living on and just playing all night long.
Nice.
And that's just pretty much how I got started on the harmonica. Like I played it when I was 11 and just as a kid here and there and just got into it a little bit. But I really didn't get serious till I got into college with it. And then I started really liking it. And then like after I graduated college, there was a point where I was in a fraternity in college too, by the way. So I got into all that kind of stuff too. And I ended up going and meeting somebody where I worked after college. And he happened to be in the same fraternity, but in West Virginia.
Huh.
So he was going to travel down to West Virginia one time. And he said, "You want to go with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" Yeah, I went down there, and he had the Dodge Stealth. It was when it first came out.
Yep, twin or quad turbo. I know all about the Dodge Stealth.
And I was like, "Oh, cool." So I went down there with him in there and went to his place. Now, their fraternity house was on top of a mountain.
Wow.
And I was just like, whoa, right. So, and of course, we're out there and it's college. So, somehow we came across some mushrooms.
Magically appeared. The holistic doctor.
Yes. Next thing you know, I'm doing mushrooms up there in the West Virginia mountains. And I'm by myself for some reason. Everybody was out partying or whatever in the house or whatever. But I went outside and pulled the harmonica out and I started just wailing in the top of the West Virginia mountains. I was going crazy on it. And then I stopped, not thinking anybody was paying attention. And I heard people screaming from down the mountain going, "Yeah!" I was just like, oh, wow.
He had his funky, play that white music, funky music, white boy.
That was probably one of my favorite memories on the harmonica right there.
That is awesome. I mean, that's a good story, too. I mean, to be up there, top of the mountain, frat brothers are all gone. You're just in your element, not think anyone's there, and all of a sudden you stop, and it's dead silent.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, hey!
That's right.
You up there!
Yeah, exactly.
Do it again!
That's right.
Do it again.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That was funny because like when I first moved into this house 20 some years ago, I had the drum kit in here and it was a summer day, windows open, and I'm in here just, playing on the drums, not paying attention to nobody or whatever. So I'm playing something on the drums, I'm just kind of jamming away. And then I stop and I'm like, that was all right, And then I'm like listening and I'm like, I can hear somebody playing guitar down the road and he's rocking out. So I'm listening to him rock out a little bit and I'm like, okay, let me go back. I start playing something, and then I stop and then I'd hear it down the road. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
That's right. You guys should have joined up and had a band right here.
Never met the guy. I don't know where he lived. He lived somewhere on this street.
He's like, oh man, that Ted Nugent motherfucking looking guy. You got to be careful of him. He actually has a crossbow and a bow and arrow.
Yeah, I do.
So I know we're running a little late on time here, so let me just do a couple plugs then. So,
get that stuff.
So Soot,
yes,
has a show coming up with you guys probably know Dana Forrester. And,
yes,
from old 60-Second Crush and
yep,
Dead in Five. And,
Dead in Five. We play Dead in Five here.
Yeah. Well, she's got a new band now. If you didn't know, I'm sure most people know that she's got a new band called True Devil, and she just reached out, about a week ago and asked us if we wanted to play again. Now, our band is going through a slight lineup change. Our bass player that we've had for a little while was my nephew. He's moving on. He's got some other stuff going on in his life. So, as whatever matrix we live on, a couple weeks ago, our old bass player got a hold of me out of the blue and was like, "Hey, want to write some songs with me?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, why not?" 'Cause we had written together back in 2013.
I'll write some songs with you if you play a gig or two with me.
Well, this was before I knew that. And then the gig come along, and she's like, "You want to play September 4th with us at Ziggy's in Ipsy?" I was like, "Well, let me throw it out there to everybody." And my nephew didn't answer, and I was like, so I talked to him again. I was like, "I know you said you had to move on." He's like, "Yeah, I kind of do." And I was like, "All right." So, and this was like a week after the bass player had called me. Our original bass player, pretty much. I was the original bass player, but he was the bass player that took over for me when I came lead singer.
Yeah.
And so I called him up and I was like, "Hey, what do you think? Would you be interested in coming back and playing with Soot?" And he's like, "Yeah, why not? If you guys need me to fill in." I go, "Well, it'd be more than like filling in." I said, "You'd be taking your old spot back, really, if you wanted. I mean, we're not trying to play out every night or every weekend or anything like that. We're just here and there.
Yeah.
Maybe even once a year, because that's what we've been doing."
Yeah.
That's more than some other band we know.
No, actually, Race Street Park does play more than once a year now.
Yeah, for a while it wasn't.
Yeah. So we're playing September 4th at Ziggy's with True Devil and this other band, Trouble Clinic. So that'll be cool. And our bass player, since he's been wanting to write music, who knows, it might come out with some new material.
Whoa.
And then the other thing that happened was V, who I talked about earlier from Red Snow from Hollywood. He reached out and said, "Hey, I got a song for you if you want to put some lyrics on it." You guys got to hear a little sample.
Yeah, we heard a sample. You guys don't get to hear it, but we heard it.
Yeah, you guys get fucked. But we had the reach around.
But when it gets ready to unleash, we'll bring it back on here and play here.
Yeah, there's a couple different versions right now.
Yeah,
so.
I just don't think the world knows how talented this motherfucker is. I mean, like, just out of the... I mean, I've only met you twice now. and I've heard the stuff Planky's played and the stuff that you gave me. And, I mean, just your range is fucking incredible. I mean, you're a talented motherfucker.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, I've been singing since I was 3. I used to like to mimic people. So the first people I used to mimic were Chris Christopherson and John Denver. And then I got heavy into Ozzy and Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah. And I still like those guys. And I did write a song. I know we're running out of time again, but I did write a song, as a tribute to Ozzy when he passed.
Whoa.
Ooh.
And doesn't have any music to it. I'd like somebody to help me with that, and hopefully maybe V can help me, because I don't know who else to ask, but V seems to be the natural candidate, because he's just phenomenal on guitar. And he was taught by Carlos Cavazzo from Quiet Riot when he was 15.
Wow.
Yeah, Carlos got on
Small
stage
world.
with us and played with us. Actually,
No shit.
at the Viper in Hollywood, and we actually performed "Come On, Feel the Noise," and then Carlos was playing with Rat, so we also did "Round and Round."
Remember those clearly when they came out on MTV.
So it's been a hell of a thing. We didn't really get to talk about a lot of the music like we did, so I guess I'll just have to come back.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a part 2.
Yeah, well, you can come back before the gig, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I want to get the band up here if I can.
Yeah.
We had a full band in here.
Yeah. Well, it's only a 4-piece, so it's not too bad.
Oh, that's easy. I mean, we had what was the one group we had here where we had like 8 people here? And
it was Icarus Fell.
Yeah, Icarus Fell.
Icarus Fell.
I mean, that was fucking hilarious. There's like literally like 5 dudes in this little room plus Planky and I. And,
it was hot.
And so right now we have the old drummer from 60-Second Crush, Ryan Shimdog.
Yeah, Shimdog. Yeah, I remember him.
So he's playing drums with us. It's funny about that. I wish we could have talked about some of this earlier, but his friend growing up and through college and stuff was Scully, and that was our drummer. So when Scully moved off, into Pennsylvania to do his thing, he was a manufacturing engineer, but he got pulled into a Pennsylvania position. And Shimdog, he was sitting in with us once in a while, so he already knew the material. It was perfect
for him to slide right in.
Yep, and it was great. And Shim's a great guy.
Yeah,
he's getting married actually this weekend.
Oh, wow.
On Sunday. So,
wow.
Yeah. So we'll be going out and hanging out with him on Sunday. And Scully's coming up from Pennsylvania to be the best man. So we're all going to get to hang out a little bit this Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah. So that'll be nice. And like I said, so Soot's going at it. Red Snow's got some stuff coming up. This is the first announcement of that, by the way. Nobody's got to hear that. I know the 7 people listening, but
7 people listening. Hey, that's 3 more than we normally get, and I think 2 of them are bots. So
now there's the people over in China and Russia have broadcasting us for free.
Russia loves us. I don't know why, but
really.
Oh yeah, we got a Russian guy that does, or a server that just
it just puts it out there.
We don't know, but we could be very huge in Russia.
Yeah, I might go to Russia someday, and they'd be like, "Oh, Blakey, like, who the fuck are you? Oh, I listen to show."
That's the puff.
Yeah. Here's some vodka. No, fuck you. Me and vodka don't get along.
So yeah, we can come back in here and talk about music next time a little bit better and get.
Well, that first hour and 20 minutes of cannabis was quite enlightening.
Yeah. Well, it was about that. Kind of led to that whole. We were promoting the show for Saturday. Cancer awareness.
Saturday, June 6th at Road Rangers, Ray Street Park, and Whole Shot, which Daryl drums for both bands. So
double duty.
Daryl's doing double duty.
His legs are going to be tired.
Yeah,
he's the man.
He's going to run a marathon that day.
That guy is phenomenal.
He's a fucking tank.
Yeah, Daryl's great.
They're all good, but like he's just very as far as drummers go, he's one of the best performing drummers I've seen.
Oh yeah.
He's just great. He just gets right up into it and he gets you pumped.
Yeah. So that's Saturday, the benefit for Julie, who's got cancer, and we're trying to help her. So hopefully a lot of people come out.
Bring cannabis oil. Bring cannabis oil and money.
Yeah, and money. Yes, we need both of those. We need
maybe one more than the other, depending on the time and day.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, and also Pound Town is playing at the Token Saturday.
Yeah, you got to be in 2 places at once.
So we did play them guys earlier too. So thanks to Chris for giving us the music.
Yep.
Because I don't know who else is playing it other than me.
No, just you, as usual.
I don't know if Cave Radio's playing this shit.
Yeah, we didn't even get into the commercials yet or anything either.
I'm gonna play one at the end.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna end the show with Good Old Boy.
Oh, nice. Jesus
that was
Christ.
Fucking hilarious.
Have you heard any of those yet?
No, but we had a discussion about it.
Oh, hilarious.
I can't believe you still have all of this.
63 commercials that
I did not realize we did all of that.
Oh yeah. That was back in 2013.
That's got to be better than No Deal.
Well, I can't remember how it started, but we were talking about doing some promos for the station or something.
Well, because me and Lori, because we had this show, Jester and the Dog. We were just doing some mock commercials, just for fun.
Yeah.
And then one thing led to another. We were like, well, shit, why don't we just do some more for all? We did one for every show that you guys had.
Yeah, there's shows I don't even remember that he's got promos.
That cookie really went far.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean, I can understand that because of all the hot boxing that happened in that damn place.
And then Tiny even came over, you know, because they had Tiny and the Plankman back then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now that's another one of my favorites, though, the McGurk one. You want to talk about Comedy Central and Cartoon Network, right? You remember Coach McGurk on it was called Home Movies or something like that, or whatever. It was a cartoon on Cartoon Channel, and it was with I can't remember the little kid's name, but the coach was a soccer coach. Hello, yeah, you know, he's that kind of boys. You know, listen, I said it like, I wouldn't watch Tiny and the Plankman. What the hell is a Plankman anyway?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
And 10 to midnight on Sunday night. I got to get up and coach soccer in the morning. Can't you put it on at like 8 to 10 or something on a Friday night or a Saturday, 10 to midnight on a Sunday night?
No,
that's awesome. No. That's fucking awesome.
He had at one point he had like 30 shows.
Yeah,
on Tap Detroit. Now we got
4, 5,
2, 3. Wait,
but you're also not charging people.
We got the guys in England.
And you're not playing from 10 to midnight on Sunday night.
No.
And you're running it out of your home.
Yeah, doing it out of my house. But, I think we got like a handful of shows now. But, you know, it is what it is, you know.
But, yeah, we had a lot of good fun with those, you know, because I had just come back from Hollywood. The reason I went to Hollywood in the first place was to get into voiceover.
Yeah.
That was the whole purpose of it. I took 4 years of voice acting classes out there in Burbank, you know, 2 of the biggest schools they had, Culmanson and the Voice Caster. And I got back here and I ended up actually teaching an animation class with Kate Hart in the Michigan voiceover stuff. And that was fun. And then, you know, I ended up getting on that radio show. And next thing you know, I was like, wow, this would be a good way to practice it up and have fun with it at the same time. Had people come over, you know, and it was a good time.
Yeah, because you had the whole studio and you're like, just go in there and, you know, read it, you know? Yeah, and I go in there.
I'd write scripts.
Yeah.
You didn't write anything to try to trip him up like the other guy did. Like his dude at Jazz and whatever down there always tried to get him to swear in the commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken plucker?
Yeah, the chicken plucker one. Yeah, he did that because he was hoping I'd screw up and say fucker. And I'm like, we're on an AM station that's 1,000 watts at full power in Cincinnati.
Oh.
Which is like religious, you know.
Yeah, well, 1,000 watts at AM is huge. That's compared to like.
And he's trying to get me to fuck up and say fucker on the air.
And now you just say it and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But
exactly.
I'm like, you realize I'm editing these, you know. So if I do slip up and say it, I'm editing that out. I'm editing it.
Yeah, well, he did that because he know if he said it, you'd be fucking editing for all night long.
Chicken fucker! God damn it again!
And I was so bummed out when I found out the guy's name's Dave Warford, and he did the Queen City Blues Fest every year. Put on a big blues festival. They have the kids that go to the school. They have them come out on Sunday and they get to perform. And it's a big thing. He gets artists from all over to come to this. And I got to work with him in radio, and just the nicest guy in the world. And he was big into watches. And like, he's sitting there one day behind the board, you know, and he's on the computer, you know. And I'm like, I come walking in and I go, Dave, what are you doing? He goes, buying a watch. What kind of watch you want? And I'm like, I don't wear watches, Dave. He goes, I'm going to get you a watch. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So he bought me this watch. I still have it here somewhere. It's got the American flag on it or something.
Hey, you pulled it out
and
before.
I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, Dave bought me this watch, but after I left, I would still go back for the Blues Fest, and I'd go back, and Dave, you know, is the host, MC. He books it. You know, he does everything. So he'd be there, you know. So I'd walk over. Hey, Dave, you know, and he'd be like, hey, come on. You know, so I'd get backstage. I got to meet some of the artists. You know, it was pretty cool.
You got to sit down with some big people too, though. Yeah. Didn't you have dinner with somebody?
Yeah,
a bunch of them.
Yeah, I had dinner with Little Ed and the Blues Imperials. That was pretty cool. Like backstage, you know, after the show, we're back there eating dinner and that, you know, and Little Ed, you know, he says, why the hell would you put swear words in your song? You know they ain't going to play it on the radio because of your swear words. Why would you put swear words in the song? And I'm just sitting there like, because he's honestly going, like, why would you do that?
Right.
You know, you're making it so they won't play your song. And I'm like, that's a different way to look at it.
You know, it's funny. I don't cuss in any of my music.
Really?
Nope.
Wow.
I haven't. There's over 200 songs I've done. Don't have any swear words in them.
And
nothing wrong with that.
That was kind of the point he was making was, you know, why would you do that? Because now you know the radio stations aren't going to play it because they got to censor it. You know, so he's like, why wouldn't you just write clean lyrics? That way you know it's going to get on the radio.
Yeah.
And
that was before hip hop and gangster rap, though.
Yeah.
I do a little bit more than swear in that.
That's right.
Yeah, now everything is on the radio. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Now they just turn it backwards and
yeah, just fuck this, fuck that, play it. like I hear some stuff on the radio and I'm like, man, we would have had to dump that, you know? Like you can't say that. Apparently you can now.
Oh yeah, you can say all kinds of stuff now.
Yeah. What dump button?
Yeah.
We don't have a dump button.
Yeah, they probably don't even have a dump button now. Because we
just hit it reverse. They just do a reverse on it, or you know. And
fuck, I remember the one thing
anymore.
when we had to do that. We had to turn. If something had, you had to hit the button real quick, and then
the dump button.
Yeah, that was never fun.
Because it was delayed 7.5 seconds.
Yep.
So what you're hearing is delayed 7.5 seconds. That way, if somebody goes, "Fuck you, motherfucker," I go, "Nope, you didn't say that. Nobody heard it."
Yeah.
You took great pride in that.
Oh yeah,
censored motherfucker.
Yep. Yep. Had to, or you lose the FCC license.
Yeah.
Which, come take my license, I dare you. I ain't got one. When's the FCC stepping in on this?
We didn't get into too much Danger Zone today.
No,
that's good.
But we did play Danger Zone.
Yes, we did.
We did, and Cannabis in My Pocket.
Yes, I heard both of them.
We played that, and we played Dope Rhyme Villain.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And we played Soot.
Yeah,
we got some Soot in there because I started to show off with Ignorance is Bliss because
that's one of your favorite songs.
It is.
It's perfect for the times we live in.
That's why I said it's like I listen to that song and go, "Yep, it's about right."
Yeah.
It's about right.
I think that's one of Shim Dog's favorites too. Actually,
I wouldn't doubt it. That guy's great. Oh, all right. I guess we'll end the show. It's 22 after.
Jesus Christ, I got some overtime.
Oh, yay. So we're going to have a long episode on this one. That's good.
Yeah. Hopefully the internet will let me play it.
Fuck the internet. You'll play it anyways.
Well, you know, them streaming services, they're like, oh, if it's more than 2 hours, we're not playing it.
Oh, wow.
Well, just edit me out of it and you'll have 2 hours.
I'm like, why's it got to be 2 hours? You know, like, short attention span or whatever.
Attention span's like 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, God.
TikTok time span. TikTok attention span.
The kids with the YouTube shorts.
It's a 12-second news cycle.
Yeah, they'll just keep playing it over and over. And I'm like, dude, you've watched that like 12 times. He goes, yeah, but it's funny. Okay, sure.
And then they get older.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll end with good old boys towing and the The one you were talking about,
yeah.
you did of
For
us.
Tiny and Plankman
Yeah,
show,
yeah. That's a long one, but fuck it, we'll play it.
Do you get any last things you need to say before we get out of here?
Nope. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you're still out there listening, and
Yeah, maybe.
stick around. Come on back. We'll be playing September 4th with Soot, and stick around for some news on some new Red Snow coming.
Ooh.
There you go.
See that? They heard it here first.
Yeah. We're breaking news.
That's right.
That might get us like 4 more listeners.
It might.
Oh, this was fun.
Your family doesn't count either.
My family don't listen. My niece listened like one time when it was me and Tiny, and I went and seen her like the next day or something. She goes, "Uncle, I can't listen to you." And she goes, "Why?" She goes, "You guys are offensive." And I'm like, "Well, yeah."
That's the whole point.
That's right.
She's like, "I can't believe you talk like that." I said,
Yeah.
And now she does.
Yeah. Now she's 32 and she's like, "Yeah, I'm used to it."
Yep.
She's like, "Yeah, he's embarrassing."
Desensitized.
Yeah.
That's right. Gotta start them young.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
She was younger then, and she's like, "I can't believe you talk like that, Uncle. That's disgusting." Like, grow up.
Do you ever listen to the radio ever?
Yeah. She thinks Machine Gun Kelly's a musician. I mean, come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's not a musician. He's an idiot.
There's plenty out there that are making money. I mean, Lady Gaga's written for like 3rd graders.
Well, there we go again. We're talking about the bloodlines.
All right. Yeah, we got to stop. All right. We'll catch you guys next Thursday, which it'll be my birthday, not his.
Shit.
Oh, there you go.
His is Friday.
You're going to actually work on your birthday?
Yeah, what the fuck?
No,
It's
just remember
just
you said that.
Just another day, dude.
Yeah. One less summer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, running out of summers.
You are?
According to Ted, I only got 25 left.
How do you think I feel? You know, when I started looking at it that way, going, shit, I got to make the best of these last few years because there are not many left. And, man, they are fucking flying.
So what you're saying is I have to go to the UP.
You better go to the fucking UP. I'm going to kick your ass.
Even if gas is $5 a gallon.
Yeah, you got a somewhat fuel-efficient car.
Yeah, you're not driving a diesel car, right?
Yeah, but when I pull the camper, I get 10 miles.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, that's your fault. Take a tent.
Take a tent.
Tent it.
No.
Relive the old days.
No. My back hurts from a tent.
No, you need to go up there for the holiday and enjoy yourself for once. I mean, you do too much bullshit around here.
Yeah, hang out with my cousin.
Exactly. Chris is a good guy.
He would like my cousin. You and my cousin would get along. I know.
Oh, Chris is fucking awesome.
He loves the harmonica. So
it's beautiful. There's like nobody around except for like other people on the lake, and
that's where the Native American church was. That was part of UP.
And
nice.
It's a nice spread. You'd enjoy it up there.
Yeah, it's a private lake too. So
yeah, he's got like 19 acres up there. So
oh yeah,
you can enjoy yourself in the wildlife.
Nice.
Yeah, as long as you can handle the big black flies biting you.
Oh yeah.
It hurts too. By the way, it hurts when they bite.
They got
you.
horse and deer flies up there,
right?
Yeah. Those flies are freaking huge.
It's part of the UP experience, though.
Yeah.
But they got it. Campfire up there, shooting the shit. It's a great time up there.
Yeah, it's a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. But all right, we're getting out of here. We'll catch you guys next Thursday. I'll post the show.
Don't promise anything you can't.
To all your streaming platforms, you know.
You'll do it this time?
Amazon. I've been doing it the past 3 weeks.
Well, good. Congratulations. It's about time you get on track.
Not that anybody listens, but I do it, and it's there. So
cool.
We'll put it up there on all your Amazon, Apple, what's the other one? Pandora.
Yeah, all your favorite streaming services.
iHeartRadio.
We're everywhere.
Yeah. Whatever streaming platform you're on, it'll be there. You just won't listen to it.
You got to go listen to it.
I can't force you to listen to it. That's the problem. I can't force people to. They either do it
say
because they
that
wanna,
there's a dude playing the harmonica and people will flock.
I'll just put that in the title. Jester plays harmonica.
There you go. That's the title of the show.
Everybody will tune in. They'll listen.
We should have, give that as a teaser in the beginning and made people listen the entire 90 minutes first before their money.
Well, I think I put that in my post, right? That
I put it in mine too. But
Jester might play the harmonica.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the case. I had to bring it up.
That's right.
I had to make sure that thing got pulled out.
Good.
That was great.
Excellent.
That was fucking incredible.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week. Don't forget the benefit at Road Rangers Saturday for Julie. Ray Street Park and Whole Shot are playing. There's raffles and 50-50, all your normal stuff. So come hang out and help out. And we'll see you next Thursday on tapdetroit.com.
The Plankman Show.
Good Old Boys Towing coming up.
Good old boys.
Let's get that.
Or the field, in the woods, or wherever you at, in the river, or wherever you's at, right? You can't get the fancy dancy tow truck company to come pick you up, so you give Good Old Boys Towing a call. We'll come on down with our hot rod pickup truck jacked up about 6 feet off the ground with a winch on the front with a cable about as big as your thigh, son. We'll drag you and the forest out. You understand what I'm saying? Good Old Boys Towing. We'll drag you out. Hey,